The Big Show on Hodaki. Thanks to Night and Day. For the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon. It is the 5th of March, 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. And, Mogi, one of the things I'm disappointed about as we head into autumn is the change in your wardrobe. Gone are the tidy white. Show me his nipple right now. I'll just let you know
He's trying
there.
to make up for it.
Gone are the tight white t-shirts and the singlets, and out come the long-sleeved, more sort of woolly type shirts. I'm devastated, mate. And he's showing me his ass now. He's just showing me his ass. I'll warn everyone, Mogi's in a very weird mood today, all right? I'm just letting you know beforehand. How are you, you mad bastard?
Yeah, going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee, you scumbag.
Scumbag? Jeez.
Yeah, going good, man, but you're absolutely right. The weather has forced a change in the clothing, which I'm not upset about. I like winter clothes, but it is funny about the seasons, and that summer's always late, but winter's right on time, brother.
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, autumn
Boom!
to douche, day
straight
one.
into pouring with rain, straight into windy.
Yes.
Boom.
Devastating. Keyzie, I want to just let everyone know today too, Keyzie.
Yeah.
What?
Very tired today. He had a
I'm
really,
tired.
he had
Eyes
a
are
really rough sleep, and he's feeling a bit titchy.
Eyes are absolutely hanging out of his dome there,
You can
aren't
talk.
they? But look, Keyzie, it's going to be all right, brother. There's only a few hours to go, and we've got plenty of exciting things to chat about today, brother, and that'll wake you up.
Thanks, fellas. I didn't realise I was looking so terrible. That's probably my
Well,
favourite.
I don't know
No,
that you're
hang
looking.
on.
I don't think
No,
you're
you're
looking
looking
terrible.
good.
You're looking good, man.
I said my
just
eyes
mean-
were hanging out of my dome.
Well, that was him.
Yeah,
He said that. Yeah.
Because I often come to work thinking, oh, you look nice today, Keyzie, and it's not to like get in here and you guys say, actually, this is how you really look, and then I go, oh wow, I've got this warped idea of how I look.
Do you think that coming in?
Yeah.
Do you think I look good?
Yeah.
I've never thought.
Like today, I was
About
like,
you.
I'm gonna wear
No,
my
I mean me.
I'm gonna wear my hat backwards today. I think that might be cool. And then you come and it's like, actually, you look kind of weird. And I'm like, okay,
Well,
that's good to know.
All I'm saying is, if you need old Hoity J to lift you up on his broad shoulders, Keyzie, I'm happy to do that.
I would
mate.
like to do that, and I would like Pugs to film you trying to do that.
Sure.
That would be great.
Hey, now listen-
wait.
Oh,
Jase,
yes.
it is winter, so Jase has got his skivvy on again.
Can I just say, from the outset, it's not a skivvy, it's a jersey.
Sorry, little jersey.
A skivvy is a neck thing, but I'll be wearing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Excellent.
Hey, now listen, a big show here, but as always, we want to know where you're listening to the show and what are you wearing. Text us 3483 or give us a call on 0800 Hodaki or send us a talk back on the iHeartRadio app. Yes, Keyzie.
Everyone that does that in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher, and say who you are as well. It's good to, put a name to a face that we can't see.
Good on you, mate. Here's a bit of Weezer.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The cars there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Great to have your company if you're just joining us. 12 minutes past 4 o'clock. Phil, you mad bastard. Where are you and what are you wearing? Phil?
Oh, g'day, lad.
How are you, mate?
Good.
Yeah,
Sorry, just driving.
Yeah, no, that's all. That's all good. Where are you? What are you wearing?
I'm pretty boring today, actually. I'm wearing a black polo shirt and black jeans.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
So good.
The
But
goth look.
it's nice because while we're doing the radio, I can now picture Phil in his black shirt and black pants.
Exactly.
So, don't worry, Pugs might hook you up with a prize. Fellas, something's been going on recently in my house, and I don't think it's a good thing for the long-term sort of health of my relationship.
Oh, not another one.
What?
Well, no, nothing. It's just just your
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, like a couple of days a week, my wife...
My wife.
she works from home, which is great, right? Nice work-life balance, whatever. So, however, I have an afternoon radio job. I don't know if you guys know that. So all morning and a large chunk of the afternoon, I'm at home as well. And I'm not used to having people at home with me.
Sure.
And I have been doing things lately which I feel might be maybe annoying her a wee bit, but she's not kind of, letting it on. She's not letting me know. And I just worry that I am, in fact, annoying her and she kind of doesn't like working from home anymore.
Sure.
Because she's been talking about maybe just going back to the office full time.
Yeah.
So
What sort of things, Keyzie?
You haven't been flopping out your burnt meat patties, have you?
firstly, I don't flop them out, and secondly, I don't even have them. I don't know why. That should be the first other way around, by the way.
But in fairness, that would be off-putting.
Yeah.
You know
It
what I
definitely
mean?
would be if that were to be the scenario. Yes, you're right. So the first sort of like little hint I got of her being annoyed was this morning I got up, straight away went for a run. When I got back, I was like, oh, do you reckon you could make one of those yummy smoothies you make? You know, like a post-run smoothie, because she's really good at making them.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, well, no, I'm busy and you're doing nothing. And I was like, oh, I'm just tired from I just thought it was... so anyway, she didn't make it, and I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
All good.
Well, I don't see an issue there.
No.
That was a fair call.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
no, that's fair enough. You did right. The other thing was I asked her, I was like, look, 10 o'clock sharp, can I jump on the office setup we've got there in the extra monitor, because I want to have a real good thorough look over my NRL fantasy team. And I like to have the two monitors.
Sure.
And then she
Who
was
doesn't?
like, well, I've actually got a work meeting at 10, and then we had a wee bit of an argument about that.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. So in the end, I let her use it.
Oh,
and I
you're
was-
a good bastard, Keyzie.
Yeah,
Back
thank
bone.
you.
Yeah,
okay.
good on you, man.
So I don't think it's that. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
The other thing I was doing was I was playing Throbber Choices possibly for this week quite loudly in the kitchen, and I kept like yelling out like, "Do you like this tune?" Because it's International Women's Day this Friday, and that might be the theme for the Throbber. And I was like, I know,
Yeah.
I know, you know who's a woman.
Well, that's very
my
thoughtful
wife.
of you.
Yeah. And then she was all like, "Shh, I've got meetings and stuff."
Yeah.
But I think the one that's actually annoying her the most is our bathroom is right next door to our office, and while she was on a Zoom meeting, I used the loo.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a wall in between us, but we could be no more than, I reckon, 2 centimetres apart.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I just heard her...
Door open?
No, door closed.
Oh.
But I don't think it's the greatest, sort of sound deadening in our bathroom and whatnot. So I heard
So
her...
she heard the bombs.
I heard her halfway through her meeting unplug and then go into another room.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a man's got to have his ablutions, Mogi.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, no.
It
there's not an
sounds to
issue
me
there.
like, because what you're describing there is pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Okay.
It sounds like she's just gone off you, which is bound to happen.
Right.
At some point, yeah. There's nothing you're doing in your actions there that actually is wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
I tell you what, like, because my wife very rarely works from home, but I make sure I'm deliberately annoying. She'll be having a meeting and she'll have the computer on the bench there, and I'll do a down trail
Yeah.
Midway through the meeting.
midway through the meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's pretty unprofessional, and she doesn't get annoyed by that.
Or she'll be on a meeting and I'll have my kimono on and sit behind her while she's having this group meeting with my legs akimbo.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's fine. She's fine with that.
Oh yeah, generally speaking, she doesn't
what-
have an issue.
So you think it's just something she's going through, nothing to do with my behaviour whatsoever?
Well,
no.
she doesn't like you,
Right.
but there's nothing you can do about that. You are what you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, I've been having similar issues at home.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, everybody goes through it, man.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll get into that next,
Yeah,
mate.
good-o.
What do you do, New Zealand, to annoy your partner? Text us 3483. We want to know.
Stinkfist.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Part of Think of There on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:37. Fellas, I was writing an email today, and it struck me, I was thinking about the way we communicate in this day and age. You
Yeah.
know, your emails and your text messages and so forth.
Your
And
DMs.
your DMs.
Snapchatting.
Well, I don't have Snapchat, but yeah, Snapchatting. And
Talking.
I was thinking about, the way that we communicate these days and in this modern age was very much how I used to make love when I first started making love, which was fast and furious and without any thought.
Right.
And I just wanted to sort of put this to you because I want to start a movement and I want the Big Show to back me up on it.
What kind of movement?
I want to bring back the beautiful art of letter writing, Mogi, of actually taking the time to write a physical letter to people.
Sure.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, that was what I used to do all the time. It was something precious where you would take the time. I'd put my kimono on, for example. I'd go into the sunroom. I'd get my typewriter out and I'd put the sheet in and I'd take my time and luxuriate. I'd get my cigarettes out and put it in the cigarette holder.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and for a good 20 minutes, half an hour, think about writing to someone and what I wanted to say, and I took some time and pleasure in the process.
Sure.
Maybe a few glasses of wine as well out of the cask, and actually make the effort. And I don't think we do that anymore.
Right, so-
and I remember, sorry, Keys, I just want to finish myself off here. I remember the pleasure of going to the letterbox and seeing a little note there. You know, a little letter addressed to Hoity J, because I had like 50 pen friends around the world and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, those little envelopes you used to get. And there was something special about it. And I feel like that's been lost in this day and age, and I want to bring it back.
Well, now you just send a photo of your downstairs, don't you?
Correct.
Straight to the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm better than that, and
But
we're
Jase,
better than
Are
that.
you?
Jace, the way we communicate, right, so for the big show, so Pug sends an email out going, hey guys, need you guys to do this afternoon, just FYI. You read that email, then you get out your typewriter, type out a reply, put it in the post box saying, cool, I'll see you there. And then that doesn't arrive for 2 days. You know what I mean? That's just not an efficient enough way of communicating, especially for the big show.
I was thinking more just for the people you love.
Yeah.
And
Right.
stuff like that, and relatives and former lovers.
Yes.
You know, for
So you're
example,
writing former lovers.
You know, and taking the time to say, hey, look, I may not have got that all right when we broke up.
Thank you.
I should never have slept with your sister, for example.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just taking the time to actually think about what you're saying instead of douche, bing.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I take your point. I used to do a lot of letter writing as well, Hoity J. When I was at boarding school, I'd often send a lot of letters. You weren't allowed to contact your parents, so you'd have to send them letters, and so I'd write one every single day. 10 pages of Croxley letter writing notepad, you know?
Yes.
And thoroughly enjoyed it. And to this day, I've still got those because Mum sent them back to me.
Well, this is the thing, Nogi. This is the thing, though. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but in my closet, I've got bundles of letters, of love letters,
Amongst other things.
Amongst other things, you know, and you like I used to do that at boarding school too. I'd write letters to my dad; he'd write back to me.
What do you write back?
I don't know. His writing was illegible, and that's a true story. I could never actually understand what his letters said because he had a really weird writing style. But that's the other thing that I'm talking about: is you take time to, write nicely and to take the time to make an effort and think about what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I think about what I'm saying whenever I write a message or an email. I don't just, blast it out there.
Oh, look, Keyzie, I've received messages from you at 2 a.m. in the morning, mate, and there wasn't a lot of thought in those. And pics, quite frankly, I was disgusted.
Quite frankly. How about this? Have you still got all those letters?
Yes.
And would you say they were in the closet?
Yes.
I reckon that would be, why don't you go in the closet, grab them, come out of the closet, bring them in, and we will read them on air. I reckon that would be great.
That would be good.
You think?
Yeah, I want to read some of your letters from back in the day. Absolutely.
Okay, I'll do that.
Absolute filth.
Come on, New Zealand, get with me here. This is a nice.
So, do you want
thing
them to text or do you want them to write a letter?
I want them to
that's
write
be
a
hard.
letter to. I don't even know the address.
Exactly.
P.O. Box. But this is the thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just put Hoity J on the front of the envelope. It'll find you.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for the support, fellas.
No worries, Jase, mate.
I felt really supported in that. Here's Fat Freddy's drop.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Faith No More there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 9 minutes to 5 o'clock.
Hey, Jace, a lot of people texting in on 3483 regarding your want for letter writing to come back.
Yeah.
One person here has a great point. Letter writing is massive in jail because it really helps pass the time.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It is big in jail.
We've also actually had a couple of letters from people in jail, which is quite nice as well, saying they're listening. Here's a nice one. I'm taking my intermediate kids for letter writing this term, a letter to a relative like a grandparent to say how grateful they are and how much they love spending time with them.
Blah, 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 etc., etc.
Handwriting and spelling, massive focus, obviously. So there you go. Someone's actually doing it.
Well, yeah, I was kind of hoping for a bit more sexier support than that, but no, actually, I actually do appreciate that. That's great.
Well, the
whoever that
jail
teacher was.
Jail writing is
sexy.
that's sexy.
Yeah, it can be quite sexy. I know what you mean.
The letters we got.
Dear Russell, meet you in the showers.
Backbone, yeah.
So good.
Hey, now listen, the sharpest tool in the shed.
Are we sure we want to segue from that into this?
Sharpest tool in the shed. Your chance to win some amazing tools. All you need to do is listen to all the tools we list out, 10 of them generally speaking.
That's right.
You've got to name 5, or at the minimum of 5 in 10 seconds, and you win a prize.
That's right.
That's simple.
If you can recite at least 5, you do get a Hikoki power tool. 10 seconds. It isn't long, though. And as we found out yesterday, it's actually quite a lot of pressure. We've got a timer running like this, and you got to go, chisel,
True.
paintbrush, We'll be doing that after 5 o'clock, by the way, and that is all thanks to our mates at Placemakers. The Monster Tool sale is on at the moment. It's back and it's bigger than ever, fellas.
Great stuff. No, here's Jane's Addiction.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Jane's Addiction there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:56, coming up after 5. Great news, Keyzie. I've got another audition for you, mate.
Really?
Yeah. And this is a big opportunity for you, I believe.
It's about time you converted one of these, man. I'm starting to be seriously concerned because it's one of those things where if you're not going to knock one of them over, then it gets in your head, brother.
Right.
It gets in your head.
It's just on this, just quickly before we do it. I'm just a bit worried that the roles you are getting me are ones that I am not suitable for.
And this is the thing: a bad workman blames his tools.
Thank you, Mogi. Can I have you ever heard the phrase "beggars can't be choosers"?
Yeah.
Keyzie?
Yeah.
Well, suck it and see.
Yeah.
What?
Because you're young in your career, and I've got some issues which I'll need to cover off with you after the audition, by the way.
Okay,
but
right.
I'm looking forward to this.
and also after 5, of course, your chance to win some power tools. Hakoki. Beautiful.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along nicely. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day.
So good. Hey, just on Night and Day, fellas, have you heard about the milk bar card?
Hey, but also, Keyzie, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, but it's not February anymore, Jace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's March now.
bad.
Damn it.
But the milk bar card, every 5 shakes you buy, you get a 6th one free.
Your milk bar brings all the boys to the yard.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
So good.
Bloody great milkshakes, by the way.
Yeah,
old
milky
Night
bar.
and Day.
Yeah. Hey, big hour, fellas, I'm fired up. It's huge.
Okay.
This audition that Jase is getting me,
Yeah.
I've decided this is the one. I'm going to nail it. I haven't read it yet. I can't wait to see it, but I'm going to nail it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get this acting job, okay, Jase?
Well, I was just thinking about what you were talking about earlier in the show there, Keyzie, about, your wife working from home and you just
What's
being
that got
a
to do with it?
massive pain in the ass.
What has
And
that got to do with
I
it?
thought for actually, you don't just need it for your career, you need it to save your relationship. Because one thing is abundantly clear, having your ass hanging around the place is driving a wedge between you and your marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the amount of calls I've had at night with her in tears, I'm getting tired. You know what I mean? So
Cool. So what has this got to do with the role I'm going for?
Well, if you get the job, you won't be at home.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Plus,
So,
Can't wait.
that's good.
With your guys' guidance, I'm sure I'll nail it.
well, let's just see how we go, Keyzie?
Yeah, okay.
In the meantime, turn it up, people. It's a bit of Metallica.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
White Stripes there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is exactly 15 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, for those of you that may not be aware of this, I'm Keyzie's agent. He wanted to get into the acting world and
Yeah.
he knew that I ran a small boutique agency and he asked if I'd represent him, Mogi,
Yes, that's right.
which I've been doing. We've had a tiny bit of success, but not a lot, to be honest.
No.
Nothing
and-
paid for as yet.
Well, nothing, yes, exactly, nothing paid for.
Yeah, a lot of people are like interested. You've managed to get people interested, but I guess because I'm so green, I haven't managed to land one of them yet.
Yeah.
Well, you have,
Right.
but I'll get back to that a little bit later on because I've got to have a bit of an update on that.
Okay.
Now, this is an interesting one. It's a British-Sri Lankan co-production.
Oh,
Mogi.
nice.
I've been to Sri Lanka. Beautiful place.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to work there. That'd be amazing. Okay.
And it's predominantly set in Sri Lanka, actually.
Cool.
Yeah. So you're going to be playing the part of Agara, who is a tea... who works
Agara.
Agara, yeah, who works in a tea plantation, Sri
Right.
Lankan fella. And if I could get you to play Danny there, Mogi.
Oh, yeah, what's his story?
He's English.
Yeah.
He's come over from England. He sells tea over in England, and he's looking to,
Oh.
you know what I mean,
Source some new teas.
new teas and invest in
Oh.
tea, and on the sort
So
of
he's got a
primary
bit of
industry
money.
level. He's got a bit of money.
Okay.
Yes. So he's quite well to do.
Righto.
So I don't know if you've got the. Did you get the
Yeah, I've
script?
just
there,
got it
Keyzie?
now. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to read through, so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. But
No, that's fine. That's often the best way to do
That's
it.
the first time I've seen it too.
Yeah, but
If
I'm
that
sure
helps
you'll.
you.
Yeah.
Keyzie.
yeah,
Listen, just in terms of this, actually, because I'll read the big print. Do we have like a sort of tropical
Oh,
forest?
nice. Anything with a
exterior?
toucan in it.
Yeah, something like
Little-
that.
Little hoodie
Oh,
JB.
yeah, nice.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you can smell it, can't
Yeah,
you?
you can see the dew on all the leaves and stuff. Beautiful
Ah.
flowers blossoming, the lush. tea plantation. Anyway, here we go. Exterior day. We look out over a glorious vista, a tea plantation in the heart of Sri Lanka. Exotic birds call out as Danny approaches the owner of the plantation, Agara. Danny.
It really is beautiful, Agara. How long have you owned it?
Agara.
4 generations. It's the finest plantation in all of Sri Lanka.
Danny.
And yet you want to sell. Why?
Agara breaking down and weeping.
I'm dying, Danny. And no one to follow my footsteps. The money raised will go to keeping the orphanage running long after I have gone.
With this, Agara falls to his knees and wails at the gods. Danny.
Taiho, Agara there, mate.
Tie Right.
What the bloody hell was that, Keyzie?
I know that emotion's hard to do. I've never done emotion before.
No, you still haven't.
Oh, because I thought I was... it's quite hard to get into character and be sad. This guy's dying. That's pretty hard.
It's called acting, Keyzie.
Yeah.
You just
but
pretend.
The biggest issue is that Agara is obviously Sri Lankan. And I don't know what accent you were running with there. It just sounded like your normal Kiwi accent.
Well, of course it was my normal...
It's not going to make sense for Agara, the character,
Jase,
to be a Kiwi playing a Sri Lankan.
But that is going to immediately, the suspension of disbelief, you won't know about this, Keyzie, but that's what the audience does when they watch a film. As soon as they hear a Kiwi accent coming out of a Sri Lankan farmer... Boom, suspension of disbelief out the window. I hate this movie. I'm not recommending this movie to anyone.
End of
this movie
story.
sucks, even though Danny is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, you were very good, by the way, mate.
So it's immersion, bro. Well, who wasn't...
Yeah. So he's Sri Lankan, obviously.
Okay, well, just
we got that?
Jase, I just need to...
Let's do it again, please.
No, Jase.
Let's do it again, please.
Jase, hang on. Before we do it again, I am not comfortable playing a Sri Lankan person. I feel like that should go to a Sri Lankan person. I can't just be... I mean, you, of all people, should know that. Remember you got cancelled the other day. I don't want to be the same sort of situation, Jase. I can't just play a Sri Lankan person.
So do you think there's a fourth generation? So Agata here says, it's been in the family for 4 generations. Do you think after 4 generations he's still going to speak like Keyzie?
No.
So,
that's why.
So what accent will you have if not Sri Lankan?
Well, I'd be...
Because you can be Keyzie and look Keyzie.
Yeah.
But if you're Keyzie, 4th generation in Sri Lanka, you're going to have an accent, mate.
Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable.
I busted my balls over this, Keyzie. The only reason they actually were even interested was your mo.
Right.
And so, if you're not going to take it seriously... Then why am I even bothering here?
I appreciate what you're doing, Jase. I just am not comfortable playing this role, okay? I don't want to play a Sri Lankan person.
Okay, well, do you want to be Danny? You want to be the English guy?
Yeah, I reckon I could do a pretty good Danny.
You do the English one. Off
All
you
right.
Go. God's sakes.
Danny approaches the owner of the plantation, Agara.
It's beautiful. How long have you owned it?
See, that's racist.
What the hell was that,
You're comfortable
Keyzie?
doing that. You're comfortable doing that accent.
Yeah, but,
Racist,
it's just not as...
disgraceful.
Here's Guns N' Roses.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Fun-loving criminals there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. If you just missed the last voice break, I had another audition for Keyzie playing Agara, a Sri Lankan plantation, Agara, a Sri Lankan plantation owner, and Keyzie wouldn't do the accent, so I've just had to give them a call, Mogi, and say, sorry, she's a no-go. I'm not going to humiliate myself and put my name out there if Keysie's not going to make an effort.
Jase,
I appreciate that.
I don't want to humiliate myself by putting my name out there doing Agata from Sri Lanka, who's a plantation owner, even though I'm
Keyzie,
quite young.
First of all, can you show some respect to Agata and pronounce his name properly?
Agata.
It's Agata.
That's what I said, Agata.
Yeah. Look,
I got to drag these.
I didn't want to get into this, but because it's, as you all know, Mogi, as an agent yourself, it's their job to keep you away from the negative press and all that sort of stuff. You'll recall that Keyzie had a role a little while back as a kind of American Hickster sort of
at the gas station,
at the gas station there, and then there was the big love-making man-on-man scene after that.
Yeah.
Keyzie got that role, and a lot of people don't realise that, and he turned into an absolute prima donna on set, apparently. He did the part in the petrol station, the scene there, but refused to do the one-on-one
Oh, no,
love-making.
it was the other way around.
What do you mean?
He did the one-on-one scene. He refused to do the scene at the gas station.
No. You've got that's incorrect. I know what you're talking about. I did get there, and I was like, you know what? Life is about expanding. Thinking outside the square and just thinking, look, I might not naturally want to do this, but
That's what acting is.
yeah, you just do it.
I remember I played a piano teacher once. I can't play the piano. No interest in it. And
Yes.
yet I acted like I did. I acted.
Could you play it?
I acted like I could play it.
Well, there's one thing about, playing a piano. This was a 45-minute, there were no cuts. It was a single shot. So
Playing
if I
the
made
organ.
playing the old meat organ there, exactly, and that's not something I'm comfortable doing, and so I couldn't do it.
And can I just say on that front, the DOP, the cameraman there was gutted because it all was going to be one lingering shot, and he'd been working on that particular shot for days and days and days. Old Kiwi spits the dummy, Keyzie spits the dummy and says, no, sir. And what's quite incredible about it, it's not like you're this big star. You're just starting out in your career, and you get a reputation as a prima donna. Oh, I'm not going to do that massive 45-minute love scene because I'm not comfortable or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, don't bother, Keyzie, if you're going to do that.
Sorry.
So I had to deal with that for weeks afterwards and pay for the cost of filming.
Okay, I'm sorry that you went through that, but I mean, as my agent, you should also know that I don't want to do a 45-minute single camera, single shot, man-on-man lovemaking scene. Of course, I don't want to do that.
What do you mean, of course? What part of that do you not like?
But it's just
I hope you're not
something.
saying that there's something wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying that. It's something I don't want to be a part of.
And
It's just-
Mogi, can I? You'll recall this. You remember the script. It was very clear what happened.
It was
after.
an incredible script, can I say?
And what happened after it was that scene. So they had to do all these different things and shoot an entirely different scene because Keyzie went off in a huff with a rager.
Well, I feel like that last bit was just added on there for effect. But
I'm just saying what they said, Keyzie.
Right, okay. Can I just say, look, how about this? How about I write down some rules, Jase? Some rules
No,
as
you
to
don't
roles.
get to make rules on this, Keyzie. I'm the one that chooses the roles for you.
No, I know, but
and
if you could
quite
just-
frankly, there's a very limited choice.
Thank you.
If you could just be open, just roles of a guy who's like my age, who's like Kiwi or Australian or something like that. I could do maybe American, and
No, it's racist.
And I'd prefer not to do such intense lovemaking scenes. Is that okay? It's
The mind doth boggle.
Boggle. Yeah. Hey, if you want to win a massive tool,
give us a call now on 0800 Hodaki, and you could play sharpest tool of the show.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Shehad there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. It's time right now for the sharpest tool in the shed.
That's right, sharpest tool in the shed. It's a brand new game. We list off 10 tools really quick. You've then got 10 seconds to name at least 5 of them. It is thanks to our mates at Placemakers. The Monster Tool sale is on right now. It's back. It's bigger than ever. Head either in-store or go online. Get yourself a deal on the latest tools and also win some prizes too.
Great stuff, Keyzie. Casey, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, good, fellas. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Good. What do you do for a crust, Casey?
I'm a legal executive.
Backbone. Yeah, nice. Do you like to get into a bit of tool work in the weekends and stuff like that, Casey?
Yeah, sure do, fellas.
Yeah, good
great
on you,
stuff.
mate.
Well, this is basically how it runs. We'll name 10 tools. You've got to name 5 of those tools, at least 5, in 10 seconds to win the prize, all right?
All right, sounds easy enough.
Okay,
Yeah, all right,
mate.
Casey.
Well, here we go. You ready, fellas?
Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hammer.
Sorry, do you want to start again? Say it again, Jase.
Hammer.
Trowel.
Turd stirrer.
Sawhorse.
Socket.
Remote controlled cracker.
Lathe.
Chode wrench.
Bum sniffer.
Shovel.
All right. When you're ready, Casey, go, my friend.
All right, we got hammer, trowel,
Yeah,
lathe, shovel, and socket.
correct. He's got it right. Ah, he's too sharp. Way too sharp.
Way too easy, that one.
Yeah, how come you don't name any of mine?
Oh, the turd stirrer had me. As well as the chode. What was the other one? It was the chode.
A chode wrench, yeah.
Chode wrench.
We've thrown a few in there just to trip people up, make it a bit harder, Casey. But you're too smart for that, mate. So congratulations. You, my friend, have won a brand new Hikoki cordless jigsaw.
Oh, that's awesome, fellas.
That is
Thanks,
bloody
mate.
awesome, actually.
Yeah, bloody
Yeah,
ripper,
thank
mate.
you.
No worries.
No worries,
It's all
man.
thanks to our mates at Placemakers, of course. Casey, you hold the line, mate, and Pugs will hook you up with that tool, all right?
Oh, wicked. Hey, thanks, Placemakers, and thanks you guys.
Oh, no
Yeah,
worries,
good,
mate.
good on you. Thank
I love
you,
it when
Casey.
people thank the sponsor, and that's a nice touch.
It is a
isn't
nice
This
touch,
shows
isn't
you've
it?
been raised right.
Yeah, it does, eh?
Yeah, totally.
Old Casey. Buh. You know?
No,
What?
it's Casey.
Oh.
Blip, 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 blip.
Yeah,
blip,
Casey.
blip,
Blip.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Oh, yes, indeed. Foo Fighters there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Bloody, what was his name?
Casey.
Casey, yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Casey
Lovely.
Kasem.
Really nice fellow.
Is
I
he?
went and had a chat with him after we went off air there.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Nice guy. Hey, fellas, just want to have a little chit-chat with you, if I can, a little chin wag.
Yeah, little radio. Yeah,
Sure,
okay.
mate.
Little nitter-natter there. As you know, I rent a house here in Tamaki Makaurau.
Auckland.
And the landlord has very kindly offered to paint the house.
Right.
The exterior,
Sure.
and also fix up the roof. And so what's happening is he gets his workers come around, and they've been doing it for about 6 weeks or so now.
Right.
I come around and give it never tell me when they come in. It sort of varies a little bit. And come around and sand the house down. Prep, you call that, Keyzie. You got to sand the house.
Yeah.
Bugger,
Got to
dear.
sand the windows and all that, and then wipe off all that dust.
And then prime it.
Wipe it all off
Yeah.
there, and then paint her up. But what they're sort of doing is the most people that they've ever had come is 3, and then usually it's 2, and occasionally it's 1 person. And they will come. The other day they came at 5:30 at night,
Right.
and they came for an hour and a half.
Right.
And
That seems ridiculous.
and just did a bit of sanding right outside my daughter's room, who was trying to sleep. And I'm just wondering at this rate how long it's going to take to paint this house, if this is the pattern we're going to be dealing with. At some point they're going to do inside the house as well.
It feels like it's a scenario where it's a second or third job for them,
5th or 6th, absolutely, you're right.
and it's down the priority list there. And so they've gone, we'll just nip over there when we've got a spare hour or so, which is a
Yeah.
pain in the massive bullus.
Yeah.
I'd agree. And it looks like it's done. It looks like it's ready to go. But they're not getting on with it. You know, I just want them to shut up and get on with it. And it is somewhat disconcerting when you're sitting. I come home, get home about 7:30, something like that. Sit down with my good wife there on the couch to watch a bit of TV, and they're at the window,
Yeah.
at the window of the lounge there,
Yeah.
sanding away, sticking their honkers in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's that
Yes.
about?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I told you about
And I
when-
don't want to be rude.
Yes.
I don't want to be rude. I appreciate the effort. It's not their fault.
I told you when I got my roof replaced, we've got a tiny little balcony right next to our lounge. It's like connected to the lounge.
Yeah.
And the fellas that were doing the roof got into the habit of having their lunch breaks there.
Yeah.
So I'd be in the lounge and there'd be like 5 dudes having smokes and having sausage rolls just staring at me because
And
I
it-
was literally a metre away from them.
But it is weird because they're staring at you because you're making love on the kitchen floor.
Well, yes, obviously.
Which is
but I
weird
mean,
because your wife's at work.
totally. But I mean, still, I mean, it was weird.
It's
but
none of
that's-
their business.
Yeah, whereas
Yes.
Mogi's just doing normal stuff, so it's actually quite unrelated almost, this whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to see how it goes because I think it's going to get worse and worse. And it's quite interesting as well. They don't speak any English. But they've got these apps on their phone, so you can
Oh,
just go over and have
translate,
a
yeah.
yarn into the phone, and it translates. It's absolutely amazing.
It is.
So I went over there, and they were like, "Oh, sorry," not in English, but they're like, "Sorry, I don't speak," and they held out the phone. I was like, "Oh, it's one of those translators. This
Yeah.
is really cool." So they held it out for me, and I said, "Can you please F off home?"
Yeah.
And then they're like,
What do they sound like, just out of curiosity?
"Copy that." They said, "Copy that."
Oh, right.
It's weird. They just sound like robots,
Oh, okay.
because it comes out of the phone.
Yeah, but did they have
So it
accents,
sounds like
though?
Siri.
Yeah, but what accents did they have?
Who the
The
phones?
people.
The phone, as I say, the phone. They don't
No,
have an
stop.
accent.
Oh.
There's only sort of
Don't even worry
just
about
the
it.
voice that comes out of the phone.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. What did Siri sound like? Don't even worry about it. I was just, is this?
David Bowie.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
David Bowie there, Ziggy Stardust on the Hodaki Big Show with old Keyzie and Mogi. What's coming up after 6 o'clock, Mogi?
After 6 o'clock, of course, we've got everybody's favourite segment, and that's What's on the Telly with Mogi.
Yeah.
And not to mention that incredible segment that you've brought to the airwaves, Keyzie.
Yeah, it's called What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie.
So good.
Yeah. Jase, do you want to...
Don't ever,
What?
ever
Well, mate,
do that again, Keyzie.
if you're not ready when the song finishes and I have to come in, that's on you, buddy.
I was ready
Pal.
and you pushed your massive honker in there and just started talking.
All I'm saying is I don't think the people would have minded. I think it sounded pretty slick.
Yeah. To be fair, you were finishing off a filled roll, Jase.
Yeah, Jase, you had your massive snout in the old food trough there.
Yeah, speaking of food, do text us on
Yes,
3483.
please.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise Keyzie looks like an absolute tool trying to read texts that don't exist.
Yeah, 3483, send it through for what's on the old table with Keyzie or whatever the hell it's called.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along very nicely. I love having windows in the studio here so you can just observe people. You know what I mean? And you can just see how they interact. It's fascinating stuff, isn't it, Mogi?
You know, human nature, brother.
Yes.
You know, the human condition.
Have you noticed?
Body language, just
See-
all that kind of stuff.
Have you noticed, Jase?
Body heat.
Jase says things like observe when he means perv.
Yes.
And he
Yes.
says things like she looks elegant. Well, what he actually means is, oh, she looks quite hot.
Yeah.
That's what Jase means. I've figured out you've got this whole extra language where you try to layer it with like
That's
fancy
old
words.
school, though, Keyzie. It's a more polite way of saying it.
Yeah, okay.
Look, and I'm one of those people that can appreciate beauty. I'm not into filth.
No, that's right.
So if I see someone that is beautiful or elegant, I'll say so, Keyzie.
That's right. And if you say to somebody, you are looking incredibly elegant, they take it a lot better than if you say, girl, you're looking hot. Oh,
Yeah. What about the girl you said looked intriguing before? What did that mean?
Well, no, it was more I was intrigued by the way she was carrying herself.
Yeah.
Right.
More than anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she was... Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Because she was what, Keyzie?
Don't even, I was going to do a joke there, but I'm not going to.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Good on you, mate.
Hey, now listen, the podcast outro.
Would've been funny, though.
It was weird, the podcast outro today. I won't lie to you. And that is
Keyzie was off his head.
that is something that we do outside of the radio show. Here's a little snippet from it.
The most I've ever done, I remember one time I did like 5, and I was
Right.
like, oh, wow, that was
That's a lot of
impressive.
sneezes,
And then
yeah.
I fainted.
I reckon I've done a 20.
150. Yeah.
A 20 sneeze
Wow,
run.
what a legend,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Jason's
You're
done the
the
most
champion.
sneezes, man.
you know,
What a
champion of the
surprise.
You know, when
sneezes,
those
man.
Yeah, the
ones where you
sneeze
just
god.
say,
Yeah,
Achoo! Achoo! For f***'s sake! Achoo!
Yeah, but 20 of them.
20
eh?
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it actually 20? Was it more like 1?
I think it was probably more 25, 30, but I'm just downplaying it.
Yeah.
That was in reference to a bizarre thing that happened to me this morning where I just had a sneezing fit for about 5 minutes.
I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't 5 minutes, though, was it? It was like 30 seconds.
And it was 2 sneezes.
And it was
You
probably...
had a sneezing fit across 5 minutes. So it was one at the start and then one at the other end of the 5 minutes.
So there was about 40 sneezes smashed in there over
We're really
5
getting
minutes.
to know each other now, aren't we?
We are. Hey, send through those texts. 3483, what's for tea, New Zealand?
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
New radicals there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show Tuesday evening, but right now it's time for...
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Text here from Steve. What's for tea, New Zealand? With me, Keyzie. Yeah, it's such a great segment, guys. You text on 3483. You tell me where you are, who you are, and what you're having for dinner, and then I read it out. Jason Mike will say whether it sounds yummy or not, and then you could win a $50 night and day voucher.
And I'll be honest with you, often it gives me inspiration for if I'm having to cook dinner on the way home, I'll hear something on the text machine on 3483 and go, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
do that on the way home.
Yeah.
Because what did you have last night? Falafel.
Yeah, falafels.
How good was that?
It was really good, actually.
Oh, that's good.
And pita bread.
Oh, yeah, Peter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Peter.
With a yogurt dressing and some chili
Yogurt.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet chili.
Yeah, sweet chili.
Yeah, do you have like lettuce in there and stuff?
I just feel like you're buying time here, Keyzie. Let's get into the text, shall we, on
hang on,
3483.
Jase. Mike, what did you have for dinner last night?
Come on, Keyzie, mate. What's on the text?
Come
I
on,
want to
man.
find out what the people are up to. Let's go.
What the-
Let's go.
Okay, if we're just changing the way we do this segment, then is that how we're operating now? I mean, Pugs, what do you think about that? Changing this? Yeah, okay. G'day, guys. Chinese for dinner. Gonna have black bean beef. My favourite. That's my friends.
Is that the Chinese name for it? Black bean beef.
I've never actually heard of that.
Black bean beef. No, I don't know.
No, it's not a.
Well, it's just what the text says.
Sure.
So I don't know
What else?
what
you got
your
there,
issue
brother?
is.
What else you got there, brother?
Oh god, the issue is there's so many of them. G'day guys, stopping by my local Turkish to get a kebab tonight. Just me for dins. Lamb and mint sauce, my favourite.
Oh.
It's funny
so
because
two people are having their favourites.
yeah, which is
Because that black bean beef is like, my favourite, and then this person said my favourite as well. Wow.
I've
it's almost
never-
like it's the same author, you know.
Yes, yes. And I've never heard of lamb and mint sauce.
Oh,
Are you Are you serious? You've never heard of having mint sauce with lamb, Jase?
I've heard of mint sauce. I've never heard of lamb and mint sauce.
Well, clearly it's that person, whoever that person might. Oh, it's just popped up here, Harry from Auckland. It's you have the lamb kebab with mint sauce on it. Oh, another one's just come in, and garlic yogurt, Keyzie. Don't forget the garlic yogurt.
oh, the garlic yogurt, sure.
Yeah. What do we got here? G'day, guys. Having pulled pork bao buns tonight with homemade spicy orange sauce. Cheers. And that's from, who's that from? Let me just click into the text there. Oh, George.
You're going to have to sharpen up on this text, man.
What do you
'cause
mean?
It's falling apart a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, the issue
you
is,
just go, you
fellas-
read it out and you say the name, you say it all at once. It's all in the same place. It's all in the text. It's all
No,
on the
I know.
screen. But you're like, oh, where is it? Oh, God. And it just sort of takes the wind out of what is otherwise a very strong segment.
Yes, and why would you have a spicy orange sauce for bail bun?
I don't know.
Moreover, what is a spicy orange sauce?
Yes.
I think, and I don't know because I've never had this. It's
Yeah.
like when you you
And now it
slice
feels like
up.
you're making something up.
No.
That's what- I'm just saying that's what it feels
Oh,
like.
okay, that's
Yeah,
good to
yeah,
know. You slice up orange, right, and then you almost cook the pulled pork with the oranges on it, and then once you've pulled the pulled pork out, you use the juice.
What else is there on the old text machine, brother?
I'm gonna be honest, not asking Mogi what he had for dinner last night has really thrown me for a, so that's why this particular segment.
I had nothing as usual.
Oh, okay, that's better. Now I feel so much better. G'day, guys. Home kill venison tonight. Can't wait. It's my favourite.
Is there like a song or an ad?
Yeah, I think
or-
so.
Oh, no, this one here will save it. G'day,
Oh.
guys. Going to night and day for a topper tonight. Yum, they're my favourite. And that's
Maybe
from
it's time to pack this one in because we often have
Steve.
Aussie Todd. He's saying to us, maybe you need to retire this segment, and that
Does he
this
say
is
that?
going off that vibe.
Yeah, I think so, Mogi.
Yeah.
Okay, well-
I mean, it's rotten.
Okay.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Green
Yeah.
Day there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. But right now,
now-
it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue. Yeah. Now, as previously discussed, tragedy for What's on the TV with
Tragedy.
Mike Minogue. During the podcast today, the podcast outro, Minogue let it slip that he didn't watch any TV last night.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, did you lie?
I watched Dune 2.
Oh!
Did you actually?
No.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't think
okay.
so.
Because that would have been too late. Can you? I would have been home well after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because I think June 2 runs at 2:49, I saw.
She's long.
249.
2:49.
You what?
249 or 2 hours 49?
2 hours.
$2.49.
2 hours 49.
249. That'd be silly.
I'm going to go and see that on Friday during the day, but I want to go and see it at IMAX, but it doesn't start till about 12 in the afternoon. And I
that's
don't
a
want to
shame.
miss the big show, you see, so...
It's a good listen.
Yeah, I was going to take my wife on Sunday. She agreed to it at 3:30 at the Lido.
Yeah.
But she was sick in bed, so we couldn't do it.
Oh, I remember talking about that yesterday.
So, yeah, but maybe Friday night. we'll do
Pugs
it.
next week.
Oh,
Dune.
we'll do a big show viewing. Good
This
stuff.
week. I can't do this week. Sorry, mate. I haven't seen the first June yet. So we'll go next week.
Yeah, good. Okay, that was... I don't know who the hell you were talking to there,
Yeah,
Keyzie.
Pugs, yeah.
I watched Amsterdam last
Oh,
night.
did you?
Yes.
What did you think?
Okay, it was one of those movies where if you don't concentrate for a minute or two, you go, what the is going on.
Yeah, it's all over your head, though.
And then occasionally you'd be watching it for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and my wife would say, "Do you know what's happening?" And I'd go, nonetheless, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, good performances,
Yes.
good sets.
Amazing
Looked
cast.
amazing cast.
Amazing cast. It was just one after the other.
Da-douche. When Robert De Niro turned up, it was like, what?
What
Robert
the hell?
De Niro? Holy helmet, Keyzie. What's he doing here? He was acting. He was playing a role.
Was he?
Yeah. Which is what you'd expect.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Still crazy.
It is crazy.
It is crazy. What did you watch, Keyzie?
I watched Welcome to Wrexham on Disney. Got home and my wife was actually watching it. It's the one about Ryan Reynolds and the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia buying that football club and trying to run it from the States.
Right.
It was quite entertaining actually because the team is bad and is in like the 5th division. And all these players, you get to know them all and their families and blah, 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 blah. Then they lose the chance to qualify in like the first episode or something. And like 12 of the players get cut. And they're all in their 30s and probably won't play football again.
Yeah.
And you've just met their families and their little kids and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. So they don't
They're
have a
buggered.
job now.
Yeah,
so it's cool.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds was really funny in it though.
Sounds like a fun watch.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, good. What was it called again?
Welcome to Wrexham, I think, and it's on Disney.
They end up getting promoted to the Premier League, so...
The Premier League?
So
wow.
keep an eye on that, brother.
Far
good
out. That
stuff.
seems outrageous.
Let's get back to the tunes. A bit of Hello Sailor for you.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Soup Dragons there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Now, listen, if you go on our Instagram account, you'll see an amazing video.
Or on Facebook, Jase.
Or on Facebook that Pugs put together yesterday with old Keyzie.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit dedooged on the old league front.
Yeah, well, the idea was we've got to promote the fact that the Warriors are starting again this Friday, 8 o'clock. They're taking on the Sharks at Mount Smart. And if you tag your mate in that video, you'll both get tickets to the game, which is very exciting.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask, actually, Keyzie, have you recovered from that? Because that was it was a big hit from Mogi.
Yeah.
And it was from behind, I noticed, Mogi.
And the one that you put on was from behind.
My hit was even better, I thought.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a hit. You came through okay? You didn't wake up stiff this morning?
Well, I did, but not because of that.
Right,
Am I
okay.
right?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, though, I've got serious back issues now.
Right.
Yeah.
But you've always had serious back issues. So
That is true, actually.
You just get on your chakra little thing, Matt, there, and you'll be fine.
My
Keyzie.
Shakti mat.
Shakti
My
mat.
chakras are all out of alignment. No, but my back's fine after that. I'm pretty used to contact. Played a lot of footy coming up, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it is. Great video, though. You should watch it. Well edited by Pugs as well. But as we say, the Warriors are starting this Friday. There will also be commentary from myself and Di Henwood, the ACC on Sky Sport 9. Or if you want the actual commentary, Sky Sport 4, every single, not only Warriors game, but also every NRL game is on Sky once again. And we're actually going to have tickets to give away to the Warriors every single week this year.
Pretty bloody good,
For
man.
every home
and
game,
actually,
yeah.
the great news is, Mogi, they're actually going to be at the park,
Huh.
and they get catering. So you and I will be there as well, just to have a few snacks and a few drinks and
Yum.
bevies while they do the commentary. It's going to be fun time. I think it'll be a real bonding experience
think
for
so.
all of us.
And the good thing-
outside of the studio.
Oh, absolutely. I'm keen on bonding. And the good thing about this prize actually isn't just 2 tickets. I've just double checked this. I thought it was more, and I was right. It's you and 2 mates to the opening game at Mount Smart, and you get free merch packs as well.
What?
So that's you set up for the entire season.
Holy helmet.
It's so good.
Tune in, people. It'll be a doozy.
That's right. Friday, 8th of March, 8 o'clock on Sky Sport 4 and also Sky Sport 9.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Well, there you go, your massive backbones. Tuesday done and dusted. Mogi, early night for you tonight, please. Have a good sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow, refreshed and ready to go.
Yeah,
All right?
Yeah, I'm excited about getting a good night's sleep tonight, actually. It'll be probably about an 8:30 tonight.
Yeah, nice. I won't be here. I'll call it now. I'm calling in sick now.
Okay,
Just
good.
so you guys know. But you'll be on fire, so you won't even notice.
No, that'll be good.
Keyzie,
What?
what's up? What's happening with you tonight, mate? You've got a few social commitments, I believe.
Yeah, there's a screening of a new TV show that's coming out on TVNZ, which I'm going to go along to and watch. I'll have a review for that tomorrow on what's on the telly. I'll be doing that with my wife, probably pick up something on the way home from night and day, like a topper. Eat that afterwards, put her to bed, have a glass of port, play PlayStation, go to sleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's going to be great.
What
What about you, Jase?
Well, I want to change it up a bit tonight, I think. Go for a run when I get home. Just feel like I need to stretch out a bit. Even though I'm feeling quite woozy, sometimes when you're feeling woozy, it's just good to do a 15, 20k run, sweat it out.
Yeah.
But I'll still probably be sick tomorrow. Also, when I get home, what else am I going to... I'll probably have a game of Scrabble with my wife.
Oh, yeah. What's happening with that? Because you said you were going to bring that Scrabble board in. It's been about a month now.
It's just, I keep forgetting, Mogi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
we could do is just buy one and have one here.
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll do that because otherwise it's just too much. It's too much responsibility to put on your little shoulders.
To be honest with you, I'm just worried that it'll distract from the show. That I'm, playing Scrabble. I want to focus. I like to be focused on the show, and so I'm just worried if there's a Scrabble game going on, I won't be very focused.
Right.
Because I'll be effing and jeffing all over the place.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I think it'll add something to the show.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll remember tomorrow. Oh, no, bugger, I'm sick.
No, you're
that's
sick
a
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. But listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show. Make sure you tune in same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, see you later.
Bye.